Welcome to Quick MCAT Lessons, where I try to explain MCAT topics in 10 minutes or less. Today, we'll talk about the structure of the heart and an overview of blood flow. So the human heart is a muscular four-chambered organ that pumps blood throughout the body. It has two chambers on top and two chambers on bottom. The chambers on top are called the atria. These are thin-walled chambers that receive blood from the lungs and the body. And we also have two ventricles on the bottom. These are thick-walled chambers that pump the blood out to the lungs and the body. Now, the left side of the heart is much thicker than the right side, as the blood has to travel a greater distance. The left side of the heart pumps blood throughout the body, and the right side of the heart only pumps blood to the lungs. A quick note about viewing a diagram of the heart. When you look at a picture of the heart, the left side will be on the right side, and this is because the left side is if it is your heart and if you're looking at it, considering from your perspective if it's your heart, and that'll be your left, but it's the other person's right. So whenever you see a diagram, the left side is actually the right side. Moving on to the valves of the heart. Now the heart has four main valves. There are valves between the atria and ventricles, and these are called atrioventricular valves. And there are valves between the vasculature and ventricles, and these are called semilunar valves. We have two atrioventricular valves. These are called the bicuspid and tricuspid valves. The bicuspid valve is also known as the mitral valve. And we have two semilunar valves. The semilunar valves are called pulmonary valve and aortic valve. You can probably assume what the semilunar valves are for, but the pulmonary valve is between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, and the aortic valve is between the left ventricle and the aorta. The tricuspid and bicuspid valves may be a little harder to remember, but you can remember them as a lab-rat. Lab stands for left atrium bicuspid, rat stands for right atrium tricuspid. And the difference between the tricuspid and bicuspid valve is the number of leaflets. The tricuspid has 3 leaflets and the bicuspid has 2 leaflets. And as I said, the bicuspid is also known as the mitral valve. You can remember the mitral valve as being related to the bicuspid valve because you know, based on lab rat, that the bicuspid valve is on the left side. And you know that the left side is mightier, it pumps more blood, and mighty kind of sounds like mitral, so you can associate it like that. Another mnemonic you can use to remember the flow of valves, which is tricuspid, pulmonary, mitral, aortic, is toilet paper, my ass, TPMA. You can use another one called try pulling my aorta, or you can make one up yourself, whatever works best. And just to finish off, we'll just do a quick recap, or a quick review rather, of the direction of blood flow. So let's assume we're starting with deoxygenated blood that is pooled in the right atrium. From here, the blood goes through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. From here, it goes up the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary artery. It goes to the lungs, where it gets oxygenated. And here it comes back in the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. It goes down through the mitral valve into the left ventricle. It goes up the aortic valve into the aorta. From the aorta, it branches into arteries, and then into arterioles, into capillaries, where it exchanges oxygen for CO2. And once again, the blood is deoxygenated now. It goes into venules, then veins, then the vena cava of the heart, and then into the right atrium again. This flow is synchronized by the cardiac conduction system, and we'll cover that in the next episode.